Okay, welcome to episode 3 of the Literature Review. We're going to continue our discussion in about 4.5 minutes of refining our topic, and we're going to use the library interface to do that today. Different universities have slightly different looks to their library databases for their electronic resources, but most of them have these features, even though the colors may be different or the location or a few of the words may be slightly different. So we're going to make sure we're logged in, and then we're going to begin our search. I'm going to search for inclusive education in the Middle East. And notice I have one search, books, articles, and subject guides. I can narrow down to a specific type of source. But to get started, I'm going to start with one search that looks pretty much for everything. So we've typed in our subject field, the topic, we're going to search, and let's see what comes up. So the first thing I see is that I've got a book. And books are sometimes useful, but this time I think we want to limit our sources to full text online. So I'm going to go over here to the left. I'm going to choose that. I want peer-reviewed journals. So I'm going to choose that. This is important because peer review is your gold standard. This is the sort of material that you want. I'm going to look for articles. I don't want book chapters. I definitely don't want newspaper articles, not for this type of work. I don't want reviews and so on. I do want to refine my search to the last few years. I can always expand that a bit. And now we have need to apply those filters, forgot to do that. Okay, now we've got 9,714 results. That's a little bit more manageable, but we still want to refine our search a little bit. So I'm going to find the tab that says Advanced Search. On this library, it is over here to the right of the main search field. So the first thing I'm going to do is leave inclusive education here, but I'm going to change the field. I want that to be in the title or maybe the subject. Some libraries also have search for the abstract. And I'm going to use the Boolean operator and for the subject. And I want it to contain Middle East, at least in the subject. And notice I put quotation marks around there. And I'm going to add a new line. I'm going to make this a Boolean operator of or. I'm going to leave this to subject field, and I'm going to add North Africa. I'm going to set the publication to the last 5 years. I can add or subtract if I need to. I don't need to change the language, but I may as well do that just to ensure that I don't have to filter through extra results that I can't read. I'm going to check my material type for articles, and now we're going to search. And here's what we come up with. Now we've got something we can work with. Notice we're down now to 1,540 results. So I can see that we have articles here. Here's one in Oman, which is part of the Middle East, North Africa, sometimes referred to as MENA. I have something here from Uganda, which is Africa, but not MENA. Inclusive teachers, Romanian, that one's probably not useful. Here's one from Bahrain Teachers College. That one probably is useful. We do have peer reviewed. We have open access. So we're going to pop that open. Maybe. Here we go. And here is our information, subject areas, and so on. And we want to see the article. It's available here at Sage Journals Open Access. We'll click that. It opens a new window. That's typical for the Sage database, and there is our article. And we can read through the abstract, which is really a helpful thing to do, because sometimes an article looks good, but then later on you realize, no, this is not the one I need. So read through the abstract and see if it looks like it's going to be in your topic of your areas of interest. You can download the PDF here. You can open it as an e-publication. This one is also available in HTML, as you can see. One of the things that I want to point out to you is that over here on the right-hand side, you can see related articles. And this is another way that you can begin narrowing your search. The computer will, the database will help you find articles that might be useful to you, or that have cited this particular article, this one doesn't have any, or that are in the same basic collection. And we can, from there, narrow our topic a little bit, heading toward that all-important research question where we have identified a gap or problematized a particular phenomena. One thing to note is that there's often a tool for citing, and it usually has a little quotation mark here, like this. I can choose APA 7th, which is what we use in education. And here we go. I can copy that to the clipboard, but I want you to notice something. This one is not actually correct. It does not have the correct format for the author's names. It does not use the correct format for capitalization in the name of the article. So you can get the general information, but as it says here, remember to check citations for accuracy before including them in your work. This one's not accurate. It's close, but it's not accurate. So good luck on your search. I hope you get started right away. Start poking around, find as many articles as may be interesting to you. You can bookmark those articles within the database itself, or you can download them, link the permanent URL, any number of other ways. So let's move on. Episode 4 about to come.